Hello, I am SquidofLove. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about houses in Black Desert, how to purchase one, and of course how to use it effectively. Purchasing a house in Black Desert is not only a way to have a place to call your home where you can rest and relax away from other players, but it is also a very important asset for everyone that wants to perform crafting, such as cooking and alchemy, but also for everyone that wants to perform any other activity in the game except combat. Let's go ahead now and take a look at how you can purchase a house, which is actually a very easy and simple process. All you have to do is open the map and click on the settlement where you want to purchase a house. By doing this, you will see all the houses that are available for you to purchase. They are colored differently, and their color means what you can do with them. Blue houses are available for you to purchase, gray houses are not yet available for you to purchase them, and white houses with a little icon are the houses that you have already purchased, and the icon indicates how you use them. In order to buy a house, all you have to do is spend contribution points. So for example, this house has a cost of 3 contribution points. You actually renting the house, you are renting this house, and you can get back the contribution points whenever you decide to sell it. You can also see the interior layout, and this will help you decide if you want to turn this house into a residence or something else. Thanks to an instancing system, players don't have to compete with each other in order to have a house. You can buy every house in the game as long as you have knowledge of the city, and you can do this from every place in the world. It doesn't matter if you are in the city or not, you can still buy a house as long as you have visited this settlement once. There are certain ways that you can use a house. The most common one is to increase your storage slots. And this is because when you first visit the city, you have a limited slots in the warehouse, and this can create problems if you have a lot of items you want to store. Another common way to use a house is by turning it into a residence where you can place your tools for crafting, such as cooking and alchemy, or simply placing furniture in there and admiring its beauty, admiring your decoration and the cosmetics that you have placed in your own residence. A way to rest and relax away from other players. But there are other activities that you can perform with a certain house. We're gonna continue talking about this one over here. So for example, here we can increase our stable slots by turning this house into a horse ranch, and this will give us the option to perform taming and breeding easier than having only 3 stable slots, which is the default whenever you visit a settlement in a city. There are other ways, of course, you can use the houses. You can turn them into lodging. This will give you the option to hire more workers, and this will be extremely helpful for you if you want to have a lot of workers in a certain area, gathering materials for your crafting, or workshop, where you can have your workers creating items for you, creating tools, creating armor, creating wagons, or simply a shipyard where you can start building rafts and ferries. With your houses, you can do pretty much everything. You can create armor, you can create weapons, you can even upgrade your armor and your weapons if you have the correct house. There are certain houses around the world that will give you the opportunity to upgrade your main weapon and make it even better and improve its quality. Of course, there are some areas where there are a lot of houses, so it will be a bit chaotic to start looking for all of these houses one by one in order to find the one you want. All you have to do is go up here, choose the use you want your house to have, and the game will show you which one you have to purchase. Now, you can have multiple houses in a certain city, in a certain area, but there are certain conditions in order to buy a house. Blue houses are available for you directly and you can buy them right now. All you have to do is just go purchase storage, spend the contribution points, wait for 2 minutes, and it will be yours. Later, of course, you can level it up, like we have done here with our lodging. It will take some extra silver, not a lot of silver, it is quite affordable, and some extra time. You will have to wait, and then you will have 2 more workers, 2 more slots to hire workers. Grey houses are houses that you cannot buy right away. So if you want this storage that will increase your warehouse with 8 more slots, you will have to check the purchase conditions. And in order to buy this house, in order to increase your storage, you will have to buy these 2 houses over here that are connected in a chain. This will cost you 8 contribution points, and if you have the contribution points, you can go ahead and buy them. The house you have chosen as your main purchase will be turned into whatever you have decided to turn it, storage, shipyard or residence, and the other 2 will be turned automatically into storage. But you can go later and change their use, change them into a tool workshop and a handcraft workshop. Workshops are really helpful to have, and this is because they can help you with crafting. And all this crafting can be done by your workers. Of course, it will be easier to have a worker at the same city with the workshop in order to have him craft something, but you can even use other workers that are in another city. In order to do this though, you will have to have the required materials in their storehouse. In the storehouse, not where the workshop is, but where your worker is. So for example, if we want to use our worker in Velia in order to craft this steel fishing rod, we will have to place the materials in the warehouse in Velia, and we can then assign him to start working. It will take 41 minutes, and then we will have a steel fishing rod which we can use or simply sell. Housing system in Black Desert is quite helpful. It will give you the opportunity to perform a lot of activities, other activities than combat, and in general get the most out of this game. And of course you can go and find your friend's house, press F1 to visit, find your friend Eder, and you can see how they have decorated their house. And that's all you need to know about the housing system in Black Desert, a very helpful and useful system. Thank you for joining me. I am SquidofLove, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.